The looks of it.
The £50 million purchase, Eden Hazard, is off the field.
And in front of Odriozola.
You watch them all the time, Jerry. I've got to say, I was expecting a great deal more from Real Madrid. I understand that the fitness will be short,
yeah,
but the actual overall pattern, the idea as to how they're trying to play at the moment, it's not discernible to me. I know I don't know much about it, but
so many new players have come in and had such a disappointing end of the season. They were so far off Barcelona. I think it's going to take a lot of games to get them sorted.
No pressure whatsoever. And Kolasinac just rolls it back toward his goalkeeper.
Well, Marcelo put the cross in, no one on the end.
Again, it's a moment in his career when he really needs to make a breakthrough. He's already 23 years of age. 14 La Liga appearances last season, the former Real Sociedad fullback. Gross. Marcelo. Bale was on the move.
Well, disappointed there that Marco Asensio didn't attack the far post, and Gareth Bale working hard to put him under pressure.
Here goes Aubameyang, starting the second half on the left for Arsenal. He gathered Bale through his all-up. Own last season, of course, didn't he? Might have some work to do here. It's into Gareth Bale again, seeing plenty of it on his shock return to duty here for Real Madrid. Arsenal with a man down behind the referee's back. Marcelo goes on, and it's off Callum Chambers for a corner.
Wow, it's a really good start from Real Madrid here, and you can see poor first touch. He's caught there. I think he's caught Xhaka. And did he?
Overall, doesn't it? Because they know that so many players will be out of reach now.
Yep, absolutely.
Cross with the corner. Beyond Bale this time. Big shout by Martinez, and he came out and he knocked it well clear. And he may have got a little fingernail on that first time, and it's fizzed over the top second time by Varane, and Arsenal breathe again. What a hit from the edge of the box.
Well, Marco Asensio, I told you, he plays on the right, comes inside on his left foot. This is the young boy from Mallorca. What a strike this is from at least 25, maybe 30 yards. Does the keeper get a touch to it? No, hits the post, ricochets back, and Varane should have done better. What a strike that is, Paul.
And that one is straight at the goalkeeper, but suddenly it's all
Arsenal now. They're really playing on the edge of their box. They're encouraging Real Madrid to come on to them, and really they're controlling this game at the moment.
Marcelo. Sense that Arsenal are beginning to have to withstand some serious pressure here. Oh, brilliant from Marcelo. The only question was we're still onside. And Isco and Asensio working their magic, and Gareth Bale tucks it in. Never say never. Arsenal looking for an offside. Bale hardly celebrates it. Well, what is the future? Is he the future?
Well, he's just got a goal. They needed a goal to get back into the game. Really good football. Marcelo persevered down the left-hand side. Slide rule pass. Lots of players involved. And Marco Asensio does really well, but not the best defending from Arsenal for me. Here's Marcelo, and he little reverse pass. The Isco, he flicks it out. Marco Asensio's touch is a little bit loose, but the goalkeeper comes out. He doesn't hang on to it there, and it spins loose to Gareth Bale, and he pokes it in the back of the net. And we have a game on our hands here, Paul.
And we have a story, a big one. Gareth Bale told he had absolutely no future at Real Madrid only 2 days ago. Some very unseemly words spoken on both sides, but this is a toe poke home from what, 6 yards, and it must feel as sweet as the all-time volley.
You'll see he does get caught, I think, by Marco Asensio's boot, but it's a 50-50, Paul, and Marco Asensio will say, I had to go for it. There's the touch. It's probably his pride's hurt more than anything.
the pedal to the metal here.
Yeah. Jenkinson comes across, and Messalers will double cover for him.
Marcelo very fresh, of course, coming back for 2019-20, not needed by Brazil as they won the Copa America. Felipe Luis, it must have hurt Marcelo to see Felipe Luis of Atletico Madrid recalled in place of him.
Yeah.
And here come Asensio and Isco again. They're weaving their magic. Marcelo, and it's 2-2 in the blink of an eye. Asensio, that is proper Real Madrid football.
Well, they really have been up 2 or 3 gears, and he has made a huge change. I told you, Zinedine Zidane loves Marco Asensio. He's come on at half-time. He's had that bullet of a shot that hit the post. He's involved in the goal for Gareth Bale, and now he's got himself the equaliser. Real Madrid back in level terms. What a turnaround.
The first half seems a distant, bad memory as far as Real Madrid and Zinedine Zidane are concerned. They needed something better, and they've got it, big time.
Oh, clever play, Marcelo. He cuts it back onto the left foot of Marco Asensio, and the goalkeeper Martinez gets a hand to it, but he can't stop it. The power. This young man's got a sweet left foot, I tell you. That's why.
Odriozola, Modric. Mkhitaryan and Ozil on the edge of Arsenal's box, and they find each other again just as well. Lacazette, flag stayed down.
They've got to steady this ship, Arsenal. They've got to find a little bit more confidence. Forget about the 2 goals they've conceded. They've got to find that game they played in the first half.
Well, the front 2 have gone out of it so badly, haven't they? Not necessarily their fault. And Aubameyang gets a rare touch or 2 where he's trying to hurt Real Madrid.
Well,
De La Fuente this time, Jerry, it is, I think.
He's a defender, De La Fuente. He's a young, not too experienced defender. I'm looking to see who's coming on for us. Marco Asensio, I think, is down there. And he got the equaliser, and he is a super player. Don't watch the eyes. Marcelo looking to put it in the 6-yard box, cuts it back. A wonderful goal. And a total transformation in the second half from Real Madrid.
Zidane looking to flood some of the youngsters. Alvaro Fidalgo appears ready to come on as well.
I think Rodrigo's the other one I'm looking to see, and they're going to wait and see what happens to Marco Asensio. I think he's got a problem. He hasn't.
He may get his chance as well now.
There's 3 youngsters he's brought on, obviously going to give them experience. Best way to find out if they're good enough is to put them on, Paul, and Zinedine Zidane has never been frightened to do that.
Sergio Ramos bids the crowd farewell. Adrian De La Fuente is the logical replacement for him.
Yep. He's gone on at centre back, De La Fuente. Luka Modric has come off.
And Vinicius Junior, who had to sit it out and watch from the off tonight.
Yep.
Now getting his moment.
Well, that means he's going to take over from Marco Asensio. Vinicius, he'll play in that wide position. He's got great skills. I don't know if you've seen a lot of him, but he's got wonderful ability. Loves to run at defenders.
Really burst on the scene in this International Champions Cup a year ago. Hugely impressive then. First touch was a good one, and Bale was in on it again, and then Martinez makes a sharp stop just to keep it at 2-2.
I gotta tell you, he looks their best striker at the moment, Gareth Bale.
Who is this kid they brought on, Gareth Bale? We haven't seen him, Jerry.
Well, he's made a real impact. Left-footed shot there. Wonderful save from Martinez. He gets it first. And he's shown him the way, isn't he? Clever, clever touch. He arrives first, outside of the left foot. And good save from Martinez. Isco.
Looking for Bale again, just beaten in the air by Xhaka, but Arsenal cannot get out of their own penalty box.
I think psychologically there's a problem, Paul. I think they've dropped so deep. And I mentioned it to you at the start of the second.
Here's Ozil on the first time to Mkhitaryan, and he tried to play Aubameyang in. Well judged by Courtois. Should Mkhitaryan have taken that on himself, Jerry?
Good point.
Fiorentina and Bayern Munich. A step up now. Vinicius Junior, as Real Madrid continue to take it to Arsenal. Real Madrid picking up after a disappointing opener against Bayern Munich and a disappointing first 45 minutes in this game tonight. But a huge transformation.
Well, do you know what? Mkhitaryan's probably right to make the pass. It's just a poor pass ball.
Over the top. Varane attacked it.
Suddenly you pick up another injury. That's the problem. Then psychologically you start worrying, is this going to be a bigger problem, a long-term problem? And that's what happened to him so many times last season.
Bit of space for Arsenal to work in, and they need it. It's Jenkinson of all people, and he's still on his feet. Lacazette was in the box, Marcelo bit back. I said he was fresh, left position territory, very rarely in this second half. The corner comes in. Monreal climbed for it and did well.
Excellent header. And he made it look easy. Courtois.
Introduction of you-know-who, Gareth Bale, Asensio and Isco, and they all made their mark. And now, sadly, another tailpiece. Asensio off the field again with an injury.
Oh, look at this. Gareth Bale, clever little skills here when the ball's knocked into his feet. Chambers pressing him. Oh, lovely football.
Marcelo it was again. Oh, that very nearly dropped into the net as well, and Arsenal breathe again, Kolasinac.
Well, Kolasinac couldn't take a chance to let the ball go past. He knows there's someone coming in behind him. That's a wonderful piece of skill. And Kolasinac, he tries to chase it down to his goalkeeper. It almost goes in the back of the net. And it is a very nervy second half from Arsenal.
Marcelo. Vinicius Junior's free. Marcelo goes on his own on his right foot.
Well, that would have been a rare occasion if he had hit the target with his right foot, but he has done it before. Coming inside. Real Madrid have much more players and better players there, but Arsenal have pace up front. They've got to utilise that pace, and one of them's coming off now, Lacazette. And he's going to be substituted.
Eddie Nketiah's coming on. Good goal-scoring form. No fear at the moment. Eddie ready again, or Arsenal hope so. And a couple of the other youngsters who've actually made quite an impression. Here comes Robbie Burton, the young Welshman. He's on the field against Gareth Bale. How he'll love that. Ozil comes off.
Can he stop Gareth Bale? That's the question.
Again last season. But it drops for Arsenal in that box twice over, and it's off the line in the end by Bale. You cannot keep him out of the storyline here, Gareth Bale. He cleared it's over the top of the crossbar, and I think it's going to be a goal kick as Courtois breathes again, and now he owes Gareth Bale a drink.
It's unbelievable. You could not write the script for this ball. And it's a decent ball in, off the back of Marcelo, who turns his back on it. The shot's going into the back of the net. Gareth Bale clears it off the line. Unbelievable.
As they say, what counts the most is what happens in the penalty boxes.
Well,
and
he's the man of the moment, isn't he? He really is the man of the moment.
Brilliant.
I actually think Gareth Bale's still in third gear. I think he's enjoying it, he's cruising, he's been in the right place at the right time.
Now it breaks for Reece Nelson. Carried it well, just couldn't lift it into the direction of Saka, who made a good supporting run.
Well, that's what they're relying on now, Arsenal. Counter-attack football, trying to hit Real Madrid when they're short at the back. A good run from Vinicius.
Isco, Bale, left foot. Well, that would have been the absolute bottom line, the final word, and it cannot have been missing by very much.
He's hitting it with the outside of his left foot, and that's the challenge. He doesn't really put his foot in there, and I think Vinicius goes to ground really too quickly. No, not a penalty for me.
But very nearly another Real Madrid goal which followed it.
I'd love to see this is it.
Here we go.
Outside of the left foot, look at this. Oh my goodness, a foot wide of the far post, and you can see what he's trying to do.
Isco. Looking for Bale again. Chambers did well to match him in the air. And now Reece Nelson. Got to it. Onside. Saka was making a forward move. Saw it several times in the Bundesliga last season during his spell at Hoffenheim.
Session. Real Madrid have dominated, but Arsenal dominated the first half. So it has been a game of two halves for me.
The third act will be penalties if it stays at 2-2.
Oh, that's a great ball.
And the goalkeeper, Courtois, went back, and he might be punished for it here. Eventually, Courtois got down, and Eddie Nketiah, normally very, very cool in the penalty box, could not steer it around Courtois. That could have won the game for Arsenal.
Well, I thought he had made a mistake, Courtois, by not coming out and playing keeper-sweeper, but he did make a brilliant save from Nketiah.
Back come Real Madrid. Chambers looking to find a teammate, which he's done. Saka has it. Reece Nelson. Saka again. Oh, he did brilliantly. And Nketiah, well, so good earlier in the International Champions Cup. But when it's counted here, Eddie Nketiah has had two great chances now. Well, in what, a minute?
You think, Paul, that when, well, this is the other chance when he backs off, and then Nketiah, he's had a little second touch that wasn't great, and you can see Courtois out, spreads himself and saves it. But the header at the far post, you'd think if he only just gets a touch on it, he's got to score, and somehow he heads it wide of the far post. Unbelievable. This is the moment here. Have a look at this. Gets ahead to it. He only has to touch it to think it's going to go in the back of the net, and it doesn't.
Burton. 4 minutes. I wonder if Unai Emery may yet think about just trying something different here with a couple of minutes still to play. It's going to be a Real Madrid free kick, but still, you know, more options potentially for Arsenal just to go on and try and gamble. Young Martinelli, perhaps.
Well, Jenkinson's lunged in, doesn't win the ball cleanly.
Well won back by Robbie Burton. Well, the safest place is to go forward with it if you're Arsenal, surely.
Well, they're only getting 2 and 3 players forward at a time. Everybody else is hanging back.
Saka. Xhaka. Never really threatening.
I thought it was going wide of the near post there, Paul, and looking a little bit weary, the Arsenal players. Not too many of them pushed up to the halfway line, but they've been under the cosh so long in the second half, and it looks like it's going to head for penalties.
Still time for Real Madrid to threaten again with Marcelo. Jenkinson showing him inside. I'm not sure that's wise. Kolasinac standing firm. And right on the 94-minute mark, it is full time here. The drama's not finished because we're going to head to a penalty shootout, but the story written already. Gareth Bale back for Real Madrid and back hard. Reece Nelson steps forward, first penalty taker for Arsenal. Well, I suppose the letter of the law was observed there, but it must have been confusing for Nelson. He was approaching the ball and the whistle went and went again.
Well, Unai Emery sees the funny side of it. Let's hope he scores.
Clear a second time, but can he keep a cool head here, Nelson? Yes, just.
Well,
that's a one-up.
That's cool, Paul, because he put it in the left-hand side of the goal, and I think he thought that he's going to go the other side. It's really well slotted into the far corner. Courtois, no chance.
Forgotten man, Gareth Bale, already the headline maker. Whatever the outcome of this penalty kick, he's taking the first kick for Real Madrid. And Bale, well, it's not the entire fairy tale because it was a poor penalty and Martinez keeps it out.
Well, he tried a little bit of kidology, he stuttered, and in the end it was a really poor penalty. It's nearly straight down the middle, and Martinez guesses right. That's a disappointing penalty from Gareth Bale, and a slight advantage for Arsenal.
Granit Xhaka. That was even poorer than Bale's, I must say.
Well, that was straight down the middle and disappointing from Granit Xhaka. Easy save for Courtois.
I just thought he looked out on his feet for the last 15 minutes of that game, and a weary attempt.
So who or how do you choose your four players to take the penalties? Well, level, he's had a good second half.
I think that's pretty much unsavable, that one. 1-1.
He's a wonderful tactician, this young boy. Well slotted off the back stanchion. Keeper goes the right way, but he's not going to save that one.
Until September. Oh, yes.
Fantastic penalty for the young 17-year-old. Showed great composure and confidence to hit that.
So Xhaka misses, Saka scores.
Yep. That's a really good penalty. Well done, young man.
Wasn't taking any chances with that one.
Well, he was taking a leaf out of that man's book, Sergio Ramos. He loves taking the penalties, but that's a fabulous strike from the French International World Cup winner, Raphael Varane. Right foot hammers it.
Back off the post.
Well, he's disappointed because he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, but he didn't hit the target. What is it, 2 inches of a difference, another 2 inches, it goes on, in off the inside of the post, and it opens the door now for Real Madrid to win this game.
Vinicius Junior. Really got away with one there.
Well, somebody smiled on him, I'll tell you. It wasn't a good penalty.
But it's enough to put Real Madrid into a 3-2 lead. The young Welshman against Courtois. Brave to volunteer to take one, but it goes over the top. It's not his night, and it's not Arsenal's either. Real Madrid have won it 3-2 on penalties, and Arsenal missed 3 times. Burton, Monreal and Xhaka.